Kristin Cavallari opened up about the toxic relationship she has with her father, Dennis, and why she decided to cut him out of her life. In December 2023, The Hills star, who competed in Dancing with the Stars in 2011, opened up on her Let's Be Honest podcast to reveal why she is estranged from her dad. I cut my dad out of my life about 2 years ago, which has honestly been the best thing I've ever done. Really, truly it has, Cavallari told guest, Drive. Sherrie Campbell. It changes when you have kids. I was always like, I can take it. I can take the abuse, I have my whole life. But it's when you start messing now with my kids I'm not doing it. Cavallari has 3 children, Camden, 11, Jackson, 9, and Sailor, 8, with her ex-husband, Jay Cutler, whom she divorced in 2022. Kristin Cavallari said her dad crossed a line with her children. Cavallari told Campbell she had 2 major narcissistic relationships, her life, the romantic one I was in, and then my dad, she said. I just finally stopped talking in both of those relationships. There was no point. You go around and around and they never see your side because there's no empathy. Addressing her toxic relationship with her dad, Cavallari said, For years, I was like, I don't want to talk. I don't want to be around it, but I felt so guilty about it. And then something happened with my kids and it crossed a line. And I was like, you know what, I'm done. And he blamed me for it, threw everything back in my face. And I was like, what am I doing? Life's too short. Cavallari previously told Business Insider that cutting her dad out of her life has been the most freeing thing she's ever done. She told the outlet she used hypnotherapy and shadow work psychotherapy to come to terms with trauma she suffered in her past relationships. I was so sad deep down, Cavallari said of her former self. I was really longing for a connection with someone. On her podcast, Cavallari admitted she didn't realize her dad was a narcissist until she was an adult. All I knew growing up was that I didn't want to be around him, she added. He always made me feel like I wasn't good enough. But then the flip side of that is sometimes he would put me on this pedestal and talk me up. Now, as an adult looking back, I'm like, oh, it was when it benefited you and made you look good. Kristin Cavallari shared a sweet message to her father in 2020. In the early 2000s, Cavallari's father made 6 appearances on her first MTV reality show, Laguna Beach. He also made a cameo on the spin-off, The Hills, per IMDb. More recently, he did not turn up on her reality show, Very Cavallari. In 2020, the Uncommon James founder shared 2 throwback photos on Instagram to wish her dad a happy Father's Day. She also thanked him for being a mentor to her. Happy Father's Day, Dad. I'm lucky to have you, she wrote at Time. Thanks for teaching me that I can do whatever I want in this life. You create your own destiny. Raising hands. Light skin tone. Love you. Read next. DWTS alum shares holiday plans following heartbreaking health update.